now?
Yeah. We'll go
We'll be back.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good afternoon. My name is Amanda McCoy, and I am the project manager for Simplified Solutions. My diverse team includes Brian Smith, web developer, Paul Cross, database architect, and Joe Petzel, business systems analyst. Over the past 6 weeks, our team has worked diligently to create a solution that we feel optimizes efficiency, facilitates communication, and creates a centralized location for collaboration. At Simplified Solutions, we are passionate about the services we provide and strive to deliver specialized business solutions to our clients. At this time, Brian will introduce you to our site.
Thank you, Amanda. Okay, so a website is a very important asset to any company. And our website allows customers to learn about our company without giving them access into our actual SharePoint site. We grant access into our SharePoint site for the clients that we do serve, but everyone shouldn't be allowed that access. So that's where this website serves its purpose. This website allows everyone to see what the company is about and whether or not we are suitable for them. We have information about all of our team members and also links to our social media accounts down at the bottom in order for anyone to ask us a question about, regarding our services. They don't have to be a client or anything like that. Okay, once a user has logged into our site, the first page that will be on is our homepage. The homepage provides information regarding upcoming events, any questions or concerns that are brought up in the team discussion board, and also weekly updates for the current projects that we are working on. We felt that these are the most important features that our team needed when we first logged into our site, and by having these web parts on the homepage, we can reduce the risk of missing deadlines and leaving questions unanswered. Okay, next we'll move along to the dashboard. And each one of our team members is assigned tasks or specific tasks regarding current projects. So all the tasks are shown and they are grouped by each team member of our company. This will help determine what things need to be done and who needs to do them. So, this is essential to our team because it ensures that everyone knows what they need to do. A very common mistake is for team members to not know what they are assigned, but our dashboard minimizes the likelihood of this mistake. And also included in our dashboard is the current status of the project components. A graph depicts the percentage of completion for each component to provide a visual reference of how much work still needs to be done. Okay, one of the few unique things about our company is that we encourage our employees' happiness. We care about all of our employees because we all contribute to the same goals. All of us should feel comfortable and happy with our jobs. And if an employee feels stressed out for any reason, he or she is able to take a break and play a few classic arcade games without having to leave the site. So many people might think this would cause a distraction or a decline in performance, but all of our employees have a strong work ethic. We are given the privilege of taking a few breaks here and there because our manager knows that we will get back on track. These are a few features that we have utilized for our SharePoint solution, but Paul will explain a few more.
Thank you, Brian. A key aspect of our solution is our project plan. Piggyback up to what Brian is saying, how we keep on track. Our project plan is a list of tasks that we need to complete and the deadlines for those tasks. We'll go to our project plan right there on the side there. This plan, as you can see, is one part list and also one part Gantt chart. The Gantt chart allows us to just at one glance see how we're doing, where we are, what we need to do. If we want to go more in depth, we can do that too. You see we've itemized our deliverable sets, and if you click on one of those deliverable sets right now, you can go in and you can view in more detail what's going on. We've got our task completed. We can see what's going on, who's assigned what task, and if you pull that Gantt chart over a little bit, you can see who's going to assign these tasks right there. We use this so that we can be as efficient as possible here at Simplified Solutions. This allows Simplified Solutions to efficiently prioritize all of our tasks so that we can meet all of our clients' deadlines. Another part of this is our use of workflows. You click on List right there, next to List Tools. You can see we have we can go in and create ourselves a workflow. Somewhere in there. But a workflow, what is it? It's an automated approval process that allows members to receive progress updates on specified tasks. See, there's a little wizard you can go through and it'll create a workflow for you. By utilizing workflows, Simplified Solutions has been able to update all team members of any changes to any of our tasks, to any documents, and to include all related team members so that they know what's going on. We give feedback both and critical approval to any task that we need to allow Simplified Solutions to adapt to any challenge presented to us, because it's the real world. Things change. We go somewhere, we want something done, but then we decide, we want something else. We can adapt to that, and workflows is how we keep on track with that. In conjunction with workflows, our team has been able to fully take advantage of document sharing. If you go here to our document library, this really, in a lot of ways, is the heart of our solution here at Simplified Solutions. This is where our team posts documents where they can be checked out, modified, re-uploaded, and because of workflows, we all know what's going on. And if you've ever worked in an office with people, and obviously all of you have, you know it's kind of annoying if you've got to walk back and forth across a building to talk to people, to collaborate on one document. Or even worse, you email each other back and forth, and then you've got these different versions. You don't know what's going on. It's really a drag on your productivity, and it's not terribly as professional as it could be. That doesn't happen here at SharePoint. It doesn't happen in Simplified Solutions. By utilizing this feature of SharePoint, Simplified Solutions is able to collaborate on any particular task or deliverable. Also, as I said before, we're not stuck behind any geographic barrier. Wherever we are, we can efficiently and effectively work on our tasks for our team and for our client. And now to talk a little bit more about communication, Joe here, our business analyst, is up next.
Thank you, Paul. We at Simplified Solutions believe that communication and collaboration are key elements to a successful business. And we have used our SharePoint site to help move all of these onto one single platform instead of having emails and different libraries. And as Paul just pointed out, the shared documents library has made it very user-friendly for employees to collaborate on documents together and post them to a single source. However, we have made it even easier through the use of logs and discussion boards. First look at logs and communications log with the first one. We have found this log particularly useful, and so we have made it really easy and accessible for the employees. Because if it's easier for the employees to access, they're more likely to use it. And for us, like with our meetings, if some of us weren't able to get to it, we could easily just come to this part, the communications log, look at what topic that we missed, or look at the meeting that we missed, look at the topics that were discussed, and then we could easily just click on the name of the employees and ask them a question directly. Another log that we found particularly useful was the issues log. Since we're not always able to work together, we all have different schedules. Sometimes we would encounter problems when we're away, and so if we did, we could just easily come here and post our problem and put a description in it, and that would allow one of us to then be able to click on it, write a comment back to it, and then if we wanted to go even further, we could go and click on their contact and talk to them directly. Another good feature about this was setting up alerts. So if the employee posted her problem, they could post an alert. They would get an email sent directly to them saying, that the topic had been commented on. So it helped increase efficiency. Another way that we've also increased collaboration is through our team discussion board. We've also made this easy to access because from our homepage, it's right next to the title, so you can't miss it. We found this beneficial because, at first we weren't really kind of sure how to use it, or didn't want to use it because we were just used to emails and text messages. But after getting so many emails and lots of text messages, it kind of got confusing on where we were at on a certain topic. So with our discussion board, we were able to create a topic and then post and respond back to each other on the topics and be able to see at where we were with the given topic at any time. This got rid of the hassle of having the miscommunications, so it definitely helped out our company, and I'm sure it would help out you.
Okay, so in creating our site, we really wanted to consider the processes that we use in everyday business and take those processes and enhance them and improve them and create a more centralized location and a more functional and efficient place for our employees to work. Processes that we use, such as back and forth emailing, as Joe said, and phone calls, and just the various back and forth processes that we have that can be avoided with SharePoint and in our solution. All of these practices that we currently do serve a purpose, but to combine them in a central location as we have and to use them as our solution that we've implemented is really the solution that we feel is best for you. In the 21st century, we are in a time of innovation, improvement, and ingenuity. At Simplified Solutions, we believe that you are only as successful as the tools that you use to build your business. Through the implementation of our solution, we feel that your company can achieve greater efficiency, collaboration, and communication. Thank you for your time and for allowing us to share our site with you today.
You guys start this time. So what were some of the lessons that you guys learned throughout the project?
Okay, I think one of the things that Joe touched on was the communication log. We're, as students with our cell phones, we're constantly texting and shooting emails because it's convenient, but to truly use the communication log as an archive, really. I mean, I know for me, when we were doing this program, I had to scroll through my email and try to find things. Hopefully they didn't get deleted. If we had started utilizing the communication log sooner, I think that it would have been far more efficient for us to just reference that and comment on it. And as Joe said, if you set an alert, then you receive an email anyway, kind of reminding you if you're not as diligent about checking the site. So for us, I think that was one of the top things that we learned, was really to utilize that.
Great. And can you go to the main page very first? Thanks. So who designed the master page? Nice.
Thank you.
It looks great.
That's not. Did you use SharePoint Designer?
Yeah. I had to create my own master page first, and then, I guess, design it.
Yeah. It looks great.
Although those pictures are a little fast moving, I think.
Yeah. Well, we can always make it slower.
Yeah.
All it takes is
We're
one
old,
more.
you know.
Oh, you can stop it.
We can actually stop it if you want to take a look at it.
I'll go next. What were some of the issues that you encountered over the course of the project, and how was, I guess some of it was communication, but was there anything else that you found that SharePoint helped you track, or how did you use SharePoint to help solve some real project problems that you might run into during the course of working on this?
Well, we all have pretty busy schedules, so the use of workflows helped us keep track of what had been uploaded, what still needed to be done. It was a real help.
Did you meet very often, or were you able to use this mostly?
Once a week, we did meet, for about an hour, and then once or twice this week. Give me a quick presentation.
But in using the site is really, I mean, an hour a week is not enough to do this. You know,
Yeah.
for us, using this site and kind of, you know, it was nice to see changes that were being made, because I set alerts like on a lot of our things to just kind of see what was going on, because obviously we were all working on it at the same time. So this site was really what I think helped us come together and see what was going on, and like Paul said, the project plan.
Just a follow-up question. So you brought a very good point that things change.
Right.
And so what was your thought process on proactively accommodating those changes using this collaboration?
Taking advantage of the communications line, definitely. You know, being able to let everyone know what's going on immediately. That way there's no confusion, because that's where there's a big problem. Because obviously things are going to change, but just being able to adapt to that, that's what's really important.
Right, and that gives you a good platform to exchange information, but how do you think, would you measure that those changes are being actually quantified and addressed in your project plan, or something that would help you compare? So what is it for you?
We would probably, through use of, there's a little bar there so we can show percentages of how complete we are, but, we can also, just come up, again, communicate, collaborate, that sort of thing. I guess, is that kind of what you're asking?
Yes. On that, did you even look at the my site aspect of it? Something which...
My site, no, I don't think we touched on it. Oh, okay, yes, and we did touch that.
Some of us did.
So, have you guys worked on a project together before?
Me and Amanda did a speech class. That's about it.
I've actually worked with all three of them. I was the one that organized our team. They're a great group of guys, and I've enjoyed working with them in different settings. Brian is actually my tutor for MIS. He's a wonderful tutor, very knowledgeable. And then Joe and I have taken a number of classes, and Paul and I did have a business communications class together. So,
Are you all members of MISA?
Joe.
I am now. Now.
And I guess the question would you actually do this again if you had the opportunity, or?
Definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
And we would be more prepared to do it the next time, because we lost a few points on the first deliverable just because I felt like we did the bare minimum, and the bare minimum is not going to cut it in the real world. So that's one of the lessons learned that we did learn, that you have to do more than the minimum. You have to live up to your full potential, because it doesn't hurt to do more, so why not do more?
And doing this experience, it also made me wish I would have taken it sooner, because with my work, we're using Lightframe, and that's kind of a collaboration document management system, but it's not nearly as user-friendly as SharePoint has been for me. And I know at work I wish I would have SharePoint, because you didn't even know any code to do it, and you could make it look good and presentable without a lot of effort, I guess.
If you have a team.
I was just going to ask how, when you did come up to your issues log, how you guys chose to manage and solve that. When issues came up, you had to solve them, forward through them. Maybe you didn't have any, but I saw some on there, so you put something there.
I think our issues log we really used more for documentation purposes. We did have some communication on there in terms of suggestions offered on how to solve an issue. We also did include, what we did to solve it. So if we solved it on our own, this is what I did to fix this problem, or things of that nature. So it was more for I think we used it more for documenting, but I think in a situation where you're actually working on things where you're going to encounter different glitches, it is good, when people are not always together, to be able to go in there and comment and say, oh, I've encountered this problem before, this is how you fix it. And
Were there any global issues that you had to solve as a team, or were they pretty much individual, go research and figure out how to do that?
Time management,
Time
I guess.
constraint.
Yeah, standard. I don't think there was anything, we really found that SharePoint was a really easy platform to use. I mean, the thing is that because it's a Microsoft product, it's very similar to the Office suite that we're also familiar using. So by using that, it's just kind of, it's a higher level of that. So like Joe was saying, there are more complicated, programs out there that you have to use, and they're not as user-friendly. And so we were really enjoyed the experience of using this and are very grateful to have had exposure to using SharePoint.
Just to follow up to this question, what was your thought process on managing the quality of the work that you are doing, right? I mean, testing or making sure it's not going to break while you're presenting?
One of the things that we learned in testing was permissions. For example, you may not want certain people to be able to edit certain documents because they're just not qualified, or for whatever reason you may have, or you may not want certain people to be able to view certain document libraries. And we set that up, but when we did, and actually I was the one that did it, there were different groups, and I accidentally included our user in 2 groups, which allowed them to view it anyway, even though I didn't want them to. And had I tested that, I would have saw that, but I just assumed that I had done it correctly. And so that was one of the things that I learned, that testing is really important, because when you set a permission, you're doing it obviously for a reason, and if it's not successful, then it just defeats the purpose of having it.
I noticed on your issue log, you actually had challenges with iMovie for having used some video editing software. Did you feel that as you went through each week of the competition, that you needed to up your skills in different areas to be more competitive when you saw the other videos from your competing teams? Did that challenge you guys, or?
In terms of videos, yeah, we've watched their videos.
Yeah.
I think the 3 teams, all of our videos we took very different approaches. I don't know if anybody else in the room has seen our videos, but the initial one, I actually had like footage of myself talking, which I found made me very uncomfortable. So I switched to PowerPoint presentations with voiceover. So I did kind of fix it in that way because I didn't really like being on film. But I think our competition, just period, kind of motivated us also. I think there are a lot of really good people that were doing this, and just kind of seeing the scores weekly, it was like, wow, this is a really tight competition. Like, we need to be really accurate and make sure that we're putting out quality work because we're competing with.
So did you like having the scores public? Like they were?
Yeah, I think it's definitely.
Because you know exactly where you are each week. We wanted that to kind of encourage you to heat up the competition to get you guys more excited about it, especially when they're so close.
Very
The closest competition we've ever had is a half a point.
Oh, wow.
After the presentations. So they won by a half a point.
That's crazy.
We almost felt like we should have taken the other team out to dinner because they were so close.
I bet they felt that way too.
But there's only one winner.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't you guys step out for a minute?
Thank you.
Thanks.